All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We are the brothers from the Great Millstone Cleveland Church here in Cleveland, Ohio. Real Hebrew Israelites. And before we get started, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
And double honor to our apostles, our elders of Great Millstone, who still rule and teach well. And peace and blessings and safety unto the Lord's elect. Scattered throughout the four corners of the planet, every man in America who are pushing his word in humility and sincerity as commanded by Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of this lesson is America is not invincible nor invisible, you know, and pretty much the inspiration for this lesson is coming off of the recent news and the current events that's been taking place. I think less than 48 hours ago, you had, or more than 48 hours ago, President Donald Trump and the United States military, they carried out a mission to arrest and detain the president of Venezuela, you know, and pretty much this is how this devil operates, you know, because there was steps that took place in order for them to get to the point to arrest this man, and then in some cases have the public opinion that they're doing the right thing. You see what I'm saying? And it started with them painting a narrative that Venezuela was pumping a bunch of drugs. Matter of fact, even before that, they had the Trinidad Agua.
Right.
They kept bringing up the Trinidad Agua. Trinidad Agua
in Chicago.
Right, you know, and the gangs and which Joe Biden let him in. You see what I'm saying? But see, this is how this devil operate. It said the heart of him. Get that Psalm 64. The heart of him is deep. Okay, because it started even in the previous term to set the stage to be able to go into Venezuela and acquire the oil and acquire the gold and whatever else that they got. Because we know that the tribe of Asher, their land is very rich. That's a part of their blessing. And Brother get Micah 2 and 2. Okay, because the scripture speak about how this man covered fields. See, it's the same playbook over and over. And even the average citizen can see it. But the mindset of the average citizen is that, oh, well, that's good for us. You know, we don't care who we fuck up as long as we benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset of the people when you go to the comment section about this topic. It's pretty much pushing the vibration that America is invincible. You know, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just want to add, you can see how, you know, that Make America Great Again, that slogan is deeper than, you know, the surface. You know, when you look at it, it's pretty much from a selfish standpoint. It's not, let's make the world great again.
Right.
It's let's make America great again. So going into your point about the selfish interest, you know, and especially the mindset of the people.
Right.
You know, you heard actually on news stations, Donald Trump did a briefing, and he was going into, you know, how they got the best equipment in the world and how this was an attack that pretty much wasn't mirrored since World War II. You know what I'm saying? They bragging. I mean, I'm talking about beating on their chest.
They even made a promo video after he was captured. I guess they made like a promo video, basically, you know, just talking shit, you know.
Yeah.
And so read that Psalm 64 real quick.
Okay. This is Psalms chapter 64 and verse 6. It says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search.
Right. They accomplish a diligent search, man. Okay, they search out iniquities. Everything that they do is pretty much to keep the children of Israel down, okay, and to try to prolong their kingdom, you know, to try to offset the prophecies, okay. But it says what? Sorry.
From the top.
Yeah.
It says Psalm 64 and verse 6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right. So Joe Biden in his presidential term allowing all those migrants to come in, that was for a specific purpose. And then Donald Trump came into office, and what did he do? He's going after the migrants, which are Israelites, you know, capturing them, and there's a bunch of gangs from Venezuela here, and you know, we're gonna send them to these detention centers and Trinidad Agua this and Trinidad Agua this, and then fentanyl was a weapon of mass destruction, and it's coming from Venezuela.
Narcan epidemic. That's what he said. That was a word he used, a Narcan epidemic. Because that's one of the reasons why he arrested him, is because of the so-called factories of cocaine that they are creating, manufacturing, and sending to the United States.
Now hold on.
That's shit from China.
You got, that's what a lot of people say. It's really from China, but the thing is, it's a bunch of countries in South America. They all got gangs and they all got drugs. But he wanna Venezuela. Why not Brazil? Why not Colombia? Why not Uruguay? Why not what's another one? Bolivia, Chile. You know?
Because it's a strategic point.
That's right.
Right? That's the whole thing. Whoever controls Venezuela, they got the oil. All right. And the thing is, like we were talking before the camera came on, Venezuela have powerful allies. So if they interrupt Venezuela, they can hurt China. They can hurt Russia.
Right.
You see, they can hurt everybody who's on that side. Because actually Russia and China has been helping Venezuela actually go past the sanctions of the West. You see, and every last one of those countries disagree with the United States and how it stands, how it runs. So they all really helping each other, you know what I'm saying, to go against this war. And it's beautiful.
Yeah, like I say, and that's part of the witchcraft of Babylon the Great. You know, they use these trigger words, Venezuela, gangs, like, you know, like it, you know, basically the spewing that he does before they get the backing of the American people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all this, like you said, was in the plans and the works all the way since the Biden administration. You know?
Right.
Is that it on that one?
Yeah, kind of.
I got some. You got some? This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." Now, you go into this word dust, it means a low state of confusion. So, of course, you're not invisible. The Lord sees you. You know, if let's say the whole world, the human nature was blind, everybody was blind. Well, the Lord sees you. You know, so you got to pay. All right, it's really the Lord that's bringing you down to this low state, man. All right, it says, "Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Right? So, you know, if you have one lens going into how, you know, you were pure, you're patriotic and things like that, but really people seeing through that smoke screen, you know, how you attacking random. Like, for example, in the Constitution, in order to attack somebody or go to war, you got to go through Congress first. So it shows you right there that they don't have no order. You know what I'm saying? They don't even back their own constitution.
And that's why they painted him as a drug lord so that they can just go in there and arrest. That's why they arrested him and not assassinated him, because that would have been an act of war. They arrested him on charges, basically saying that he's a criminal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they kind of like did that so they wouldn't have to go through the Congress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like it was a trigger operation. I forgot the name of it. It was called Midnight Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So how was the hammer?
That's
the whole earth broken asunder.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 50:23.
He literally said in his press conference, "We are a hammer." He said that we are a hammer.
You are a hammer, because you are. This is Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
Okay, you see. So the Spirit had him say that. Now we get that Micah 2 real quick.
This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
You see. So when these Edomites these top Edomites, when they're in their bedrooms, they think about ways to oppress Jacob, ways to further conquer the planet Earth, still, you know, kill and destroy.
Yeah, then you know you had a lot of people over there cheering for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he can use that narrative. Oh, look, we saved a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? Like this shit that's going on, man. This guy, he doesn't know that all of this is gonna fall upon him, man. You see what I'm saying? The fact that you going to, and he's trying to say, well, we got enemies in our back door. You see what I'm saying? We got foreign enemies in the Western Hemisphere that's not supposed to be over there. This is a reason for us to attack there in our backyard. Well, you blame Putin for doing the same fucking thing. This is what happens when a hypocritical person's judgment is like no other, man.
And you can see how that's like strategic from Putin's side too. You see, like that's like a ripple effect. All right, I attack Ukraine, so you got to attack somebody that's an ally to me that's weaker. You see, and then it's showing you, like you said, the hypocrisy. Like, we're going to stand for justice on this side, but then the word they use is we're going to defend on this side. But no, you're really attacking these people because they have what you don't. They have what you want. Yeah.
Micah 2:2, and they covet fields and take them by violence.
See, so that's why That's what this is all about, man. Blowing up tugboats, little ass rope niggas on niggas rolling and shit. They shoot a missile at these niggas. Boom, damn. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's all because of what's under their land. You know what I'm saying? What they got, because they covet these fields, they covet these different lands, and they're gonna take them by violence. Donald Trump even said, he said they got oil and we're gonna take it.
That's right.
He said we're gonna run the country until further notice. You know what I'm saying? Good.
And then he was he actually, I forgot the guy that was next to him during the press conference. He actually said these guys want to invite Iran in. They was pissed off at the relationship Venezuela have with Iran. You know, so that's another reason why, because we know Iran is backed by Russia and China. So it's like they're focused on this Venezuela and other parts around it too as well, for strategic advantage in this upcoming World War III. You know,
And they end up telling on themselves anyway, because initially they said that they were seizing this oil because of the places that it was going to, such as Russia and Iran.
Exactly.
But then they turned right around and said, well, we're going to go ahead and take this oil out at a faster rate, and we're going to sell it to them. That's what we do. We sell oil.
Hey, you think they don't want to buy it from you? You know, this is just a further escalation leading to World War III, which we've been prophesying, beginning with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. We telling you, America is not invincible, man. Just because they can bully this country over here in this hemisphere, that don't mean that it's other countries that's not getting ready to blow this bitch up. Okay? And that's what, like I said, the comment section under these news reports, it's a bunch of proud Americans talking shit, talking big shit. You know, as if they're the only nation with thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay? And the brother called Joel too. Go ahead.
I got Zephaniah 3:8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination," see, this the Lord's determination here.
Right.
It says, it's
involving more and more nations in this conflict.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, "My determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." You see, this is the Lord's plan. This is his determination. All right? It's written in prophecy for these nations to fight each other and then turn and fight the Lord. You see, so that's why you see these nations gathering together for war right now, man. All right? And the Lord said, well, wait upon him. So we really we're watching this thing go down like it's a big movie. And we got the script, really. We telling y'all what's about to happen before it happens. And then you see these events take place. It's like, you got to listen to the prophets. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you don't have the weather. You know what I'm saying? The real
weather report.
the weather report, you know?
This is back in Micah 2:2. "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage."
See? And so, leave it up to the United States. They'll switch up your whole country, your whole customs, everything. You know? Not like they did to the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, similar to Native American Indians. Like we was explaining to the brother Saturday at camp. All the people that you see on that sign, they all spoke Hebrew at one point in time. But that was stripped from them. That was beaten out of us through the transatlantic slave trade and the Silk Road slave trade and the sub-Saharan slave trade. They beat our heritage out of us, and then they stole our heritage and stole our land. You see what I'm saying? So this man is walking in great pride because the Lord has exalted him the way that he's exalted him. Okay, get Obadiah real quick. Okay, but see, that spirit that the Lord got you in is actually a trap. It's a snare unto you because Bible shot. You can read that. I see your whole one.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. "Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." You know, you got a lot of these Edomites, they getting pumped back up now. They thinking, we did this, that again, they doing it, we did this. This is our strength, this is our power. They walking around, they making all these enemies, and they saying, well, who gonna do something about it?
Right.
Not knowing you falling right into the Lord's trap. You know, y'all put the word God on the dollar bill. Y'all do all these things. Y'all say God this, God that, but y'all not really talking about the Most High. If anything, everything y'all do go against him. And the Lord is not going to be mocked behind that. You're not going to hold Israelites forever. You're not going to have your way forever. Eventually, all those things you do, they got a price, and you going to pay it.
That's right.
So even with all these good moments, they was talking about, yeah, the gas price is gonna go even lower for the first time in 20 years.
That's all niggas worried
Yeah,
about.
life is going back to normal, y'all. That's
The
what they
golden
think.
years are coming back. That's what Trump pushing.
Bro, now, but how would an American feel if fucking Canada rolled up in here and took Trump in the middle of the night? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all nigga care, and Maduro was a good leader. That's why they doing this to him, because he was a good leader. They could try to say he had his rough patches or whatever, but at the end of the day, he was their leader, and they never removed him. Okay, you know, so obviously he was doing something right.
Yeah, he was legitimately voted back in by the people in this last election.
And I thought America was for democracy.
And they're showing clips of people in their land looking at the news and getting pissed the fuck off
Right.
at this happening. But then if you don't have alternate news, you'll see what America's showing you, and they're saying that the people are celebrating. So they're showing probably using AI, showing the people outside celebrating, acting like they happy that this done happened. But then that's why the president, the stand-in president, which is a woman, she basically said you need to return him and his wife, because this was an illegal thing that you did. Yeah, it's a crime, you know.
That's a good point you made about how I thought America was behind democracy. Like you said, he was voted back in. When America was mad at Trump in his last run, what country came in and pulled him out of power?
Right.
Every time we had a quote unquote bad president, who came in and said his term is up now?
Right.
I thought this was what y'all stand on. These are y'all beliefs that y'all pushing in every other country, but y'all don't even upkeep them.
Right. And I go back to that, matter of fact, let's read that Hammer of the Earth.
Yeah,
Look at
bully.
that.
Kind of, go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. It says, "How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?"
Right. A hammer is a strong tool. Like, it's one of the, if you got a toolbox, that's one of the strongest tools in your on your bag. But a hammer can still be broken. It's not invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's useful, but it's good against nails. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to, like, what's that thing where they just throw random shit in it and they grind it up? Like, it don't matter what it is. It's a big ass. It's a big
like
metal
machine.
teeth.
Yeah. You know, what I'm saying? A hammer ain't got nothing on that. You know, that's like nothing to your how about shine the angels. Your how shine the angels.
down.
Right? Yeah, kind. But my bad, you got it.
It says, continuing on, how has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And how? Through the nuclear missile fire, right? That desolation goes into how America is going to be made a desert. Via what? By those nukes that the Lord has specially prepared for them. You know?
You got the blue, is that the blue letter?
No, this is another one.
Because I was going to say, go to the word hammer in the Hebrew. See what it say. Because Donald Trump even called America hammer. Or he said, we a hammer? What did he say?
He said we're the hammer.
We're the hammer, right.
We're gonna keep hammering.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Isaiah 33:1. It said, woe unto thee that dealt treacherously when they dealt not treacherous with thee. It said, when thou shalt cease to deal treacherously, then they shall deal treacherously with you. Okay? Got anything?
H6359, I think it's Patash. It says forge, hammer. Let me see here. No, that's not really given.
What the NLT say?
And also, when if I can say, in Isaiah 14th chapter, it talks about the nation that smote the people with a continual stroke. You know, that's what a hammer does. You keep
Constantly
beating down and beating down. You know what I'm saying?
Till you break that person.
Exactly. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying, it's describing a certain nation of people, man, and with the mindset that the Lord gave him this man to do. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, he's using this blessing. He's going to use that blessing till the Lord removes that blessing from him.
Mm-hmm. Now this is Jeremiah 50 and 23 in the NLT. It says, Babylon, the mightiest hammer in all the earth, lies broken and shattered. Babylon is desolate among the nations. And that makes me think of Malachi 1:2 as well, how the Lord said he was going to make Esau most desolate, right? And that refers to like that everlasting punishment that the Lord has ordained for him. Like that, I think it's like Romans 9, he's a vessel fitted for destruction. So he's fitted for that particular destruction, which is the nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
All right.
Even before he's destroyed, he was fitted to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
So his whole being is about destruction.
Right.
He's either gonna be doing the destruction, or he's gonna be getting destroyed.
Right.
Okay. You got something, Sean?
Yeah, I got some real quick. This is Isaiah. You know what? Let me get spirit kind of change. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 2. It says, "As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, the mindset of Donald Trump has spewed into the minds of the American people, and this is why the pride of you Americans, man, all right, is sitting back and rooting. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what the tragic crimes that's being committed, man, and especially because they're Israelites, man.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't give a damn about Egyptian against Egyptian and all that. But hey, these are our people, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. You know what I'm saying? You with your Donald Trump MAGA hats and all that. You coons. You the ones that's supporting also, man. And you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, man, am I down with these type of crimes that's been committed over and over and over again, man? History shows us. The scriptures show us, man. You know, but we gotta sit back and you really use the spirit of what's really going on, man. You know?
Right.
Fuck ahead, cause what now? That everybody that voted for Donald Trump, you got blood on your hand against your own brethren, cause you're complicit in that. You voted for him, you believe in him. This nigga going all over the world, taking peace from the earth with the sword, and your ass is down with it. And now, and you're not gonna be able to understand these scriptures the way they coming out. You sealed with that spirit until the day of the Lord, and then you're gonna get fucked up.
I don't know if y'all ever seen the movies called Team America: World Police. Y'all ever seen that?
Nah,
I heard
Yeah, Jay gotta watch that. It's a satire. It's made by the dudes that made South Park, and they deal with like pretty much a small military sect. They go around the world and they just cause fucking chaos everywhere they go. So it's crazy because an ex-military general, he said earlier today on this channel called Judge Napolitano, he said he compared America to that movie. You see what I'm saying? That, you know, just going around the world fucking shit up. Like, you sticking your nose in everything and you're not really bringing peace. You taking peace from the earth, man.
Right.
You think democracy, like Elder Malcolm says, you hear democracy and then it's a grenade coming. You see what I'm saying? That's what democracy brings. It brings confusion, man. It brings more oppression, man. Okay, and that's what he wants to do into the whole planet Earth. Have one people, man. All right, he's keeping unto himself all people, like the scriptures say.
Yeah, I got that.
And that makes me think of in that time when they were trying to build the Tower of Babel. It's like the same thing going on now. You're trying to bring everything under your subjection. Everybody come together as one people. Look what the Lord did to those people then. He never wanted everybody to be together and be all one. No, he created different nations for a reason. You know?
We can go with that Obadiah.
Kind. So, what's your start
Top.
Kind. This is Obadiah, verse 1. It says, "The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle."
That's what the Lord is, like the brother read Zephaniah 3 and 8. The Lord is gathering these nations to come up against the nation of Edom, which the headquarters is, you could pretty much say, America and the land of Israel. Okay, you see all these nations they're coming up against the so-called white man because the Lord has put it in their spirit to do so. Keep going.
Kind. Verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised."
That word small in the Hebrew means insignificant. Okay, you don't have the same influence and power that you once had. Okay, so now nations are moving autonomously. You know, they don't have to say, well, what would America think about this? Because they got their own allies, they got the BRICS, they got the what's that thing, SWIFT. You know what I'm saying? They have their own alliances with other superpowers outside of America, and the moves that they're making is against America and its allies.
Right. And the thing is, America was boasting in its equipment.
Mhm.
Like we got the greatest equipment. Hold on, Russia had the same science as you had. It was a team that split.
Time.
So you boasting that you got equipment. Hey, Russia is supplying Iran. Russia is supplying all these people. China, you can't compare to China when it comes to technology. So it's like, you know, they boasting when he do all that beat on his chest, it's really to those other superpowers, right? He's not talking to, you know, regular people on a regular level. No, he's boasting in his military might to poke his chest out at these other powers. But they're not scared of you no more. You used to have the best technology. Now you don't.
Right.
All right. These nations got the same shit.
Joel,
Oh, okay.
real quick about Kashan, what is that, 3? They say, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of how it goes. But just to back up the point that the brother made.
This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Right.
And you know this is beautiful here because we know that this is referring to the natural Gentiles. All right, and these nations that got military power now, especially like nuclear missile capabilities. This is what they're bringing about, like Kim Jong Un. You know, even American allies too as well.
Yeah.
The ones who have nuclear missile capabilities, like France.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The point is, the Lord has said, gather the mighty men for war. All right, and they all taking up nukes. In verse 10, it says, beat your plowshare into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Right? Throw away that weak weaponry, right? And throw away the farm tools and things like that. And actually, you know, get these high-tech equipment from Russia. Get the high-tech equipment from China.
You're investing in your military.
Yeah.
You know, and like you said, upgrading their weaponry, their weaponry, you know, and that's what all the nations have done. So for you Americans to talk all this shit, and even the government, Donald Trump, for you to talk all this shit, we're gonna go back to Obadiah because your pride have deceived you, man. All right, go ahead though.
It says, let the weak say I am strong.
That's one thing that pride will do to you. It will not allow you to see afar off. It will not allow you to have foresight because you living in the moment, just being puffed up. You know, the pride that's why when you're rebuked, it's best to not lash out in pride, but to take a step back and say, why am I getting rebuked? Why is brother saying this? Even though you might not see it in the moment, but you gotta be able to take a step back so that you can see what's really going on. But you Americans, you're not gonna be able to see what's really going on. That's why you can't see what's coming. Because you got too much pride. That's why you're not able to see World War III is coming. The nuclear missiles is coming. It's on the horizon. It's down the line because of the steps that you're taking now.
Hey, did you see that video? Cleveland chick stuck in Puerto Rico. Yeah, because you know they not letting no flights come in and out of Puerto Rico because I guess they got American troops over there and it's close because they're all that conflict with Venezuela. So the bitch stuck over there. People stuck over there trying to get. But like you said, they have no situational awareness, man. You know, the scriptures talk about having discernment. These people in Babylon, it's not given to them to have discernment. You know, they might have a little bit of knowledge of what's going on. They don't understand what's really, you know, what the Bible says. You see what I'm saying?
And that's why that day shall overtake them as a thief. That's right. The scripture says, you know. It says, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen.
Or did you read to beat the plowshares?
God. I read that going to read again?
Yeah, Bible shop.
Joel 3 and 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong.
That's the point. Let the weak say I am strong. Okay? So the nation that was once weak, they're now just as strong as you. And how are they just as strong as you? Not because they got as many drones as you. It's not because they got as many soldiers as you. It's all about the great equalizer, which is the nuclear missile.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? So you need to take your mind out of the 1960s. And, you know what I'm saying? We got the best fighter jets.
Right.
And we got the best drones.
Yeah.
You don't want to give a fuck about that shit.
They got it too.
Yeah, you know, but the real issue is that these nations, they have nuclear missiles.
Right.
What do you have to stop that?
Right.
What do you have to stop Satan 1 and Satan 2? What do you have to stop the angels of the Lord and Yahweh Shai?
Right.
You got nothing. Go back to Obadiah and read verse 3 now.
Time. Obadiah verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Your pride is deceiving you, man. But that's the Lord doing that to you. The Lord blinded you, you know. Just like you blinded the minds of the ones that believe not, the Lord blinded you to see that your pride is leading you. Oh, it says, what's that scripture? Pride go before destruction.
And a haughty
Read
spirit.
Get that one too, real quick. Go ahead, read that again.
Okay. Obadiah verse 3 says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, who gonna bring? This is America. You know, this is what we do. We go in, we take the oil, we take whatever we want, and we give it to our people. You know, and we talk shit. You know, and we then who next? Like he told the replacement leader. I guess she made a threat to Donald Trump or said he need to return them or whatever. And he said, well, you could be next. And you could have a worse fate. Meaning what? We'll take your ass out. You know what I'm saying?
I seen the video. He was like, he started rubbing on his nose, and he was like, that's only temporary, or some shit. He said like that.
Right.
When a reporter asked him about the VP, because he said we're gonna put somebody in there that we can trust, that we can.
How the fuck is you
run.
gonna like? You see the pride?
Right.
This is my country, within my borders, under my laws, my constitution, whatever the fuck. But you gonna make, like you said, the world police. You gonna just come in here and say, well, you have to have somebody that we can trust running your country. Who are you? You see, but that's Obadiah. It said the nations are rising up against you because of that pride. And your mind said, well, who gonna stop us?
Yeah.
Who gonna bring me down?
What they say, what Jay be saying, the caucasity.
Yeah.
Right. The caucasity, you know, which is a combination of audacity and Caucasian. Okay, but that caucasity, that's pride. That's the Edomite pride. Okay.
And it said caucasity. Well, the scriptures gave you an indication of what we're talking about. It said cave dweller. Right, Caucasian means cave dweller.
Right.
And so the scripture let you know who is talking about, the Edomites. You know?
So even how in the ancient world you dwelt high in the caves and stuff, and in the Caucasus Mountains, and in what's the other one?
Mount Seir.
Mount Seir, the water. You know what I'm saying? Even how you that embedded in your DNA of a mindset of I'm over you. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking down on you.
The animal is the eagle. What soars higher? There's only a few birds that fly higher than the eagle.
Right.
You know?
I got that Proverbs for you.
And that's why the Lord got the bear for your ass. In Ezekiel 38.
And the lion.
Everybody got in the lion and the snake. You got China, Russia, and you got your Hawashai returning, man, the lion.
Your ass is grass, man. This bitch is not invisible. Okay, go ahead though.
It's Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
So that's how we know you're going to be destroyed. Because in Jeremiah, the scriptures call you the most proud. Okay, you're the most proud nation. That's why you're going to be the one nation that the Lord singles out to utterly do away with. Okay, and see the Most High see what you're doing. Now go to Proverbs 15:3.
I want to speak on that real quick. The pride go up before destruction. Really, if you're a wise man and you find yourself in pride is an indicator, right, to let you know that your ass about to fall, you're about to die. The scriptures let us know that a wise man understanding when he's slipping. So if you have a sense of pride, you gotta check that shit quickly, because the result or the consequence of that is death. So you want to get before that, before you get that end result.
Yeah.
You see, and the best way you can get help is to be around the brothers. They'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Or you pray to the Lord so that way that prideful spirit don't get up on you, because it's easy to be prideful, man. You know.
Michelle. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy to be prideful, man. You know, and you don't want to be caught in pride because your ass won't be destroyed. Just like America. You know, they're not wise for real. You got it.
This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 3. The eyes of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
That's the point. The Most High, America is not invisible. It's not invincible, and it's not invisible. Invisible mean what? Nobody see what you're doing. You just like it's just gonna go away. All the wickedness, all the evil, all the unjust, all the bullying, it's just gonna go away, huh? You know, but the Most High, he's not an unrighteous power. The brother read it in Galatians. You reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm.
Get the one in Ecclesiastes that says, "They that are higher than they it says, "Thou seest oppression thou seest oppression and all that." And then another brother can grab Revelation 18.
I got
It's going to the invisible point. Okay, because the Lord see what you're doing, and the angels are recording everything that you're doing, and there's going to be a recompense for every action that you're doing.
Yeah, and the prophets are exposing you. That's the main reason why you're not invisible. The prophets are out here exposing you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Bashah. The scripture says the man of sin must be revealed. And how is the man of sin being revealed? Through the mouth of the prophets. You see videos going on day in and day out, man. The prophets letting you know these things before it happen. So of course, we see them. You know what I'm saying? And we telling you to see them too.
Right.
You know?
It says that in 2 Thessalonians that the wicked shall be revealed. You know what I'm saying? By basically by the spirit the spirit of the Lord's mouth. We're paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, the vibration that we're sending out to the spirit property, how Bashim Shai, is ultimately exposing this man's enterprise. You know.
I got a quick one, real quick.
Did you find that?
I got the Ecclesiastes.
Okay, read that.
It's Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor,
Right.
and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province,
That's what's going on here in America, man. The oppression of the poor, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the violent perverting of judgment. That's also been going on and continues to go on and throughout the whole earth. You being the hammer of the earth. Okay, go ahead.
it says in the province.
Right.
You know what did Missouri? How many provinces? There's
127.
127.
Yeah.
Yep. So Trump is trying to gather more provinces. You know, he said he wanted to gather Greenland. He wanted to annex Canada, the Gulf of Mexico. He wanted to change it to the Gulf of the USA.
Hey, that's a spirit because we was just going over the solution and Ptolemy. Those Edomites,
Yeah.
it's the same
spirit.
stuff.
That's how
They
you
want
know.
to control the earth.
Yep. That's,
You know? It's the same Edomites, man. They want to control what Alexander did, but even more than that. You see what I'm saying? Which is the whole entire globe. You know, you got it.
It says Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter.
Right. Don't worry about it. Don't marvel. Go ahead.
It says, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they.
You see, so the Most High is watching, man. His angels are watching. His only begotten Son is watching. He's taking mental notes. That's why it says Yahweh Shai, the day of vengeance burneth in his heart. Because he said the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. So you just add into and that goes back into that Revelation 18. Read that one real quick. Revelation 18, 5 and 6.
Kind. This is Revelation chapter 18.
Only but a goodie.
Yeah, kind. Verse
You
5.
know, that used to be our favorite precept when we first came into the truth.
Yeah,
We used to
God.
read that every week, man. Your sins have reached unto heaven. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, you're not invisible, man.
Kind.
Go ahead, though.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, this is what the Lord is allowing Esau Edom to do. Okay, it says that in Second Esdras, what's that? The 4th chapter. It's one of the where it talks about the said measure needs to be fulfilled, man. Okay, so that the wickedness, this type of wickedness has to be had on this side, man, as we're coming into these last days. All right, because without the said measure being filled, the kingdom of heaven is not going to be able to come, man. So these things are now being exposed to the whole world. What Esau Edom is doing, you know.
You read verse 6 too?
I can read it again. Revelation 18 and verse 6, it says, reward her even as she had rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to her double.
So we're going to do what you did to us, we're going to do it unto you. You sold us on ships, we're going to load you on ships. We beat our back end, we're going to beat your back end. We're going to do it double though. You see? And we're going to do it in righteousness. So it ain't going to be nothing you can say against us. It ain't going to be, well, you was wrong, and everything's going to be done in righteousness. So it ain't gonna be nothing that nobody can say. That's the most beautiful part about all of it. Is that everything we're gonna do to you is gonna be so fucked up, but the Heavenly Father is gonna approve of it. You see, because it's a righteous recompense. Okay, and we're gonna be perfect guys. You ever got whipped by a God? You know what I'm saying? Like it's that whip. It's already enough force in that shit from a mortal man. But it going a fucking a God on us.
What is it?
That's how, your back gonna be talking. Your back gonna. I ain't know my back can talk. Yeah, your back gonna talk. That bitch going. My brother got a precept off the comic board for the Elder Ma'at.
And then after that, get that verse 8.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I can keep going.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you good.
Go ahead, Napash.
This is Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree.
That's right. That's the Edomites. The Green Bay tree is very big. You know, it casts a big shadow, and that's how Esau has spread himself over the earth. Just like in the book of Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar saw the vision of himself as a big tree, and he said all the birds and the fowls came and lodged in that tree. Okay, America and Esau, Edom is likened to that same type of dominion. Actually, they have a greater dominion because they had the whole planet Earth. Pursuant to Job chapter 9 and 24, it said the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So the Most High actually gave you the whole earth, and so who you think is looking at you destroy the earth? Who you think is, you think you're invisible? You know, that's why the scriptures call you a fool. You know.
And just to add to that point of the green, I seen the wickedness spread themselves as a green bay tree. You can use an example in history when Alexander died, right, and his kingdom was split to his 4 generals, right, Lysimachus, Cassander, Seleucus, and Ptolemy, right, and then after that, it got bigger with the Romans. You see what I'm saying? So you see how the wickedness just spread across the earth, and now we got Babylon today, America. You see, so
it actually said that when that happened, wickedness,
seeding in the earth. Exactly. So that's like a correlation. You see,
which again just shows you them the Edomites. You know, that's that link right up.
I'm gonna continue on this Revelation. Revelation 18 and verse 7. It says, "How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously? So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow."
Right, and you know that she lived deliciously. I mean, we was going into it at camp. You know what I'm saying? How the houses that they got, the money that they got, the regular Edomite. You know, I think one of the brothers went into it how only like 400 Edomites got a bunch of money and outweigh all of the so-called blacks in America. You know what I'm saying? Only 400 Edomites. You know what I'm saying? So it shows you how rich and how prideful they really are. Yeah. You know, simple things that we go through, that's like a drop in the bucket to them. You know what I'm saying? Like the bills we gotta pay, they don't even think about it. They got an accountant to pay for all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Paid off years in advance.
Years in advance. That's crazy, man.
Well, it says in the Psalms that their houses are safe from fear, and you know what I'm saying, things like that. So ultimately, the wickedness allowed them to get into that position. You know what I'm saying? Now they grew with that iron fist.
Yeah, if they always on the attack, they don't gotta defend. That's how they thinking. You know, that's Esau's mindset. It's constant attack. That will gives them peace if they're on the attack. You see, that's crazy, man.
You get that verse 8 for you.
Yeah.
Revelation 18 and verse 8. It says, "Therefore shall the plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her."
You see, so it matches up to what we've been saying all night, man. The Lord is going to judge it with fire. We're not making this up. I mean, the Bible says she shall be burned with fire. All right? This is the judgment, right, for the whore. All right? If a whore, if she's the daughter of a priest, she got to go and be burned. Right? That's the judgment of a whore. You know? You got it. Okay.
You got one?
Yeah, this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. It said, "Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man." And that's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Okay, and that wine is his doctrine. That wine is him telling you we going in because they're selling drugs, but really his inward heart is, we want to take the resources. It says, "Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. And everywhere he don't went, we talking about DJ Trump right now. All you see is death. You don't even know the death toll of those people over there in Venezuela yet. And we don't know the death toll in Nigeria. But we know when he went over there, hell and death came there. You see?
Yeah, and also, you know, his desire is as hell, or like the grave, or, you know, so it's like he can't be satiated.
Right.
He can't be, fulfilled. It's just you gotta always go for more and more.
Mhm.
You know,
That's
that's why you gotta go.
When he finished the verse, it's gonna say that.
Yep. And cannot be satisfied.
Oh.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto himself, and heapeth unto him all people. And this is exactly what this man is doing. You know, he's heaping onto himself all the people and their resources, and then projecting it as criminal activity on their part to justify the wickedness that they're perpetuating.
That's all I'm gonna say. He's not doing it because he wanted to live with everybody. He's
Right.
doing it to get their resources. You know, to basically supplant their ass. You know, he's taking the page out of Jacob's book. It's like he's associated himself with individuals that he want to backdoor. You know what I'm saying? And so the Lord is gonna backdoor you.
Yeah.
The Lord is gonna have your allies backdoor you. Matter of fact, get that in Obadiah. It said, "They that were at peace with thee have laid a wound under thee." You see, as I said, the thing that God has done, it shall be done unto you. You've been doing all this backdooring people. What do you call it? Slimy business. You know what I'm saying? Double crossing people, man. You have no morals whatsoever. You wait till the nigga turn around, you take that big knife out, and you stab him right in the middle of the heart, and then laugh while he dropping to the ground. Like, you don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's diabolical. That nigga,
He's a madman.
I thought we were friends. We ain't friends. Give me the oil. Give me the gold. You know what I'm saying? But he said he spake as a lamb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It said he had two horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. You know? You got it.
As smooth as butter, but what was in his
Ooh,
heart?
that's right.
I'll get that. I'll grab that one.
This is Obadiah, verse 7. I'm sorry, verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out?"
By the prophets, like the brother said, we're the eyes of the Lord, because it said the eyes of the Lord are in every place. That's the angels, but also an extension of those eyes is the prophets, because we can see through your fuckery, we can see through the propaganda, we can see through the news, the AI, the crisis actors. Like y'all was talking about people in Venezuela celebrate, they probably pay them to get like $100 US, stand right there and cheer. Like, bro, that's easy. That's easy. I learned that when I was like doing film. It's easy. You can make a house. Like I was shooting a party scene, and it was only like 10 of us. And I'm like, how we gonna shoot a party scene when we ain't got a bunch of people? They said we should just jam them in that corner, make everybody stand close to each other, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's all about perception, the illusion. You know what I'm saying? And so you're given the illusion of choice, but then the media, which word media goes back to the Greek god media, which was the goddess of illusion. Okay, so through the TV screen, they just paint you a false narrative, and you Americans, once again, in your ignorance, you just take your hook, line, and sinker. Whatever the news say, that's like actual factual. Like, no, man, you gotta have more discernment than that, man.
Well, that's why they wanted TikTok, because you could get it was free information all around the world.
Right.
Now that the Edomite then bought it, you can almost guarantee it's gonna be as filtered as the rest of the apps.
Yeah, but the prophets, we see through it. You see? Go ahead.
To back that up, like I think it was Ezekiel that the Lord allowed to see the secrets through the hole. It's a similar thing like with us in the spirit. Like we're able to see the deep, dark secrets, not what you trying to show the world or your image you trying to give the world. No, we see through that. You know what I'm saying? And that we're uncovering your wickedness. What you got?
Done. This is Obadiah, verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border."
You see, even the prophets, they're going to play a role in your allies turning on you, man. Okay, because the scriptures say that we have gone into the gates of the nobles. So, and you know that. That's why you want to silence us, because not only are we hurting you by waking up the Israelites in Babylon, but we're hurting you because the allies and your enemies, they're hearing the prophecies of the Lord. They're hearing the prophecy that you're going to go down, that you're going to lose, and they're going to beat you.
to back you up, Hezbollah, that means party of God. You know what I'm saying? So they created this, and they gave the name to this regime and called it party of God. That's because of these nations know about prophecy. So that's pretty much saying party of God versus them. You see what I'm saying? That's the spirit that they're putting on their people. You know, we're with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Come fight with us, and we're going against the enemy, which is evil, wickedness.
The great
That's
Satan.
Exactly, the great Satan.
That's what they call you, man, and that's what you represent on the earth. Okay.
Oh, it's a good example. Just how Alexander knew he was the leopard, and he knew right then and there. Putin got he got special ops, people that fuck around being in the kitchen while you in there. You don't know. You think he can't open the phone quick? You say, oh, so we the bear to feed. You think nobody noticed that over there after all that technology they got to filter all this and that? They never came across one of those videos.
They got the flag. They wrestling bears and shit on social media. They showing you. They're like,
Hey, he pulled out the icons. He pulled out
Yeah.
I wonder, this is what the true Israelites look like.
Right.
I wonder what influenced that.
Right. You know what I'm
The
saying?
prophets.
So you best believe all these world leaders, majority of them, or their counselors or their governors, they've watched the apostles' videos, man. Okay? And if not religiously, every week probably taking notes. They probably got somebody in the government that their whole job is to watch the apostles' videos, man. All the kings inquired of the prophets. The prophet is God's man, like the brother say, man. The prophet is higher than kings.
Yep.
Okay? The kings had to inquire of the prophets before they made a move.
Look what Alexander did.
Right.
Right. The prophets told Alexander he was that guy.
Yeah, he came into the temple and the high priest, the priest greeted him, I should say. You know what I'm saying? And they showed him the scrolls and they showed him the prophecy of the book of Daniel. You know, he perceived that was him. And that's in the Josephus. Okay? But you got it.
Got it. Continuing on, it says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
They're gonna backdoor you, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna double cross you. Which you're no stranger to that. You do it to everyone. You know what I'm saying?
You snake you off your spot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Snake you know what I'm saying? Hey, you should all you could say in that day is well played. Because you did it to everybody else. You had no reason to be mad. You finally got what was coming to you. You know?
The audacity of you. Why would you do that to me? Look what the fuck you have done to everybody. But that's the pride of Esau Edom. They're going to play victim all the way.
All the way to the end, man.
All the way to the end.
You know, here it is. The small hats put us in, you know, provided the ships to put us in slavery and all that. But they're always the victim.
Yeah.
You know, they got there in 1944 and they pushed, you know, the people that was there out of the land, and you know, but they're the victim. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
They'll tell you we Jews, we're just like you blacks. You know we suffer the same affliction. No, nigga, it's not the same.
No, but you
We're
will suffer. You
imposters.
will suffer the same affliction, though. It's coming. You know, then we'll have something in common. When you in a yoke of iron and you on a ship, you know what I'm saying, for 3 months, you know what I'm saying, eating slop, you know what I'm saying, eating potatoes, dry raw potatoes. We just gonna throw a bunch of potatoes in that bitch, and y'all niggas you gonna be eating that shit like a fucking monkey, man. Then we gonna call you a monkey. Look at you monkeys.
Like a juniper root, bro.
Like hey, we gonna throw a bunch of ginger root, juniper root, give me some turmeric root. We gonna throw all that shit in there. That's what you gonna eat for months, man. And we gonna be invincible.
Yep.
What you thought you was, that's what we're gonna be. You see how the Lord about to do it, man? Go ahead,
Finish it out. It says, they that eat thy bread, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in them.
So you don't see it coming. You don't see it coming. Okay, because there's no understanding left in you. They tell you that's in Jeremiah 49. You know, it says that your wisdom has vanished. Okay, your foresight, you know, your prudence is gone.
The light of the wicked shall be put out.
Kind.
I got one. When he done.
I'm gonna get this last verse because
Okay.
it goes right to the point you just said. Verse 8, it says, Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh Bashem Shai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? You know, just like what you were just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, all the left-handed witchcraft is going to start ceasing, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to start making desperate attempts to stay afloat. All right, and ultimately that's going to dig itself in a deeper ditch, right? It says that about the brother had quoted at camp, you know, about the wicked that dig the pit and there's something in the pit which they made. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, Esau's digging his own grave, man, with his own shovel. You know.
And they did it when they started making them nukes and mess with the atoms and all that. That's the biggest trap that they could have made for themselves. You know, that's gonna eradicate them. Yeah, you use these bombs on others, but now that's gonna be used on you. You know.
You got one?
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 54 and 15 to what the brother talking about, actually 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith, and I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire." You know, and that's your modern day scientists, the niggas who made the nuclear bomb. But the Lord's letting you know He made it. He put the Spirit on him to make it. He says, "And that bringeth forth an instrument for His work." And it's for the Lord's. At the end of the day, all you proud as Edomites, especially here in America, who think you invincible, you don't understand the scripture right here. The Lord put the Spirit on him to make that, to kill himself at the end of the day. He's going to destroy himself.
Even you don't understand history.
Yep.
You know, you don't understand prophecy. Because there's no nation that ever ruled forever and was completely dominant forever. They all had their ascension, and then they all had their decline.
Yep.
Okay, it's just that America, its decline is gonna come like that. It's gonna come in one day. In 1 hour, it's water. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's gonna be abrupt. It's not gonna be I mean, even though it is a gradual decline happening now, but the complete annihilation, like, it's gonna be like nothing ever, because no other nation was just completely wiping off the face of the earth in one day, in 1 hour. They had their gradual declines, and eventually they became insignificant or irrelevant, but they're still here. You still got Iraq. You know, you still got Egypt. You know what I'm saying? They're just irrelevant. They're insignificant on the global stage. But America, no, it's gonna be completely wiped off out of existence, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 9. It says, "For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord shall inherit the earth." Goes into the meek, right? The elect. All right, but the evildoers are referring to Esau, Edom, and all who are joined with them. Verse 10, it says, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be." You see the back of what you're saying? You got it.
Yep. So they're gonna be completely annihilated. They're gonna be completely taken off the earth, man. This whole country, 5,000 square miles, is not even going. It's no longer going to exist. It's not going to be a room where we say, "Well, this was where the White House once stood." No, it is the line of confusion. You're not going to know where Ohio was. You're not going to know where Georgia started and Alabama began. You know, it's going to be a complete desert. Okay, and we're not going to even do anything to commemorate this place besides the holy day that's going to represent its destruction. You know, because nothing good ever came out of this place.
Nope.
You know, you keep going.
This says, I'll start with the top again. Isaiah 54 and 16. "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy." And that's those thermonuclear missiles at the end of the day. And it's going to destroy all 5,000 square miles of America. Nothing will be left. So all the pride of Esau, Edom will be destroyed. It's going to be burnt up. Like it says, Second Peter chapter 3. And all the works, the thoughts, that spirit that you all have, that's all going away. So right now, the scriptures tell you, enjoy the daughter of Edom, you know, rejoice. All right?
And ultimately, it says that in Revelation that even their own allies are going to burn America with fire, okay, and make her desolate and naked. Because ultimately, the Trump didn't have no sit downs with none of the other NATO leaders or nothing like that to say, "Hey, we're going to do it." No, he went in. Why? Because his look was more stout than his fellow man. And ultimately, the America, the cruel Lord Donald Trump is going to lead America in the World War III, Lord willing, man. And hopefully it's soon, man. You know.
There's something out there.
Read that and then you got it.
This is Isaiah 29 and 15. "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, Who seeth us, and who knoweth us?"
Right. So your works, you do things behind closed doors in the dark, but we see you. The prophets see you. You actually think that you're doing things, and the Lord is not actually going to hold you accountable. You know that you know that's why you know you elites, your false flaggies, it's all sloppy now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy to spot a psyop. You know because why? Because you're not as wise and prudent as you once was, and so even though you're making plans in the dark, we see what you're doing, but you're sitting there asking, who seeth us? You know what I'm saying? Like we, cause, and it's really because the minds of the majority of our people are so destroyed. You know, so they think that every nigga is like that. You know, even the average Edomite, he think that every nigga is just a nigga. You know what I'm saying? He don't understand that. Like that's why they be shot when they encounter brothers. Cause we don't carry ourselves a certain way. You see what I'm saying? We can speak a certain way. We have a certain level of discernment. We have a certain work ethic and uprightness about us. And so they shocked that we even. I'm talking about low level Edomite. They shocked that we are the way that we are. Okay. So these elites, they under the impression like who seeth us? You know. And it's another one in Psalms that says the same thing. You know. But the Lord sees you. Okay. Read 16 and then y'all got it. Read 16 now.
Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall this thing frame say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
So you turned everything upside down, but the Lord said He's going to treat that like clay. He's going to destroy this, and He's going to build up something better. Okay, just like with the lump of clay, you frame it, then you mush it down to a flat surface, and then you might build it back up into something better. That's what the Lord is about to do to you, man. Okay, and then when the Lord rebuild it, everything is gonna be right side up. Nothing, it's not gonna be upside down. Women not gonna be ruling over men. Fruit cups is not gonna breathe. Okay, nobody's gonna worship any other god. There ain't gonna be no Muslim, self-professed Muslims. Just like it was unlawful for us to profess ourselves to be a Jew, it's gonna be unlawful for you all to profess yourself as a Muslim or a Buddhist or any other bugged out philosophy. It's gonna be against the law. And if you want to walk that route, you're gonna be stoned. You're gonna be put to death. Okay, so the Lord's gonna build it back up His way in righteousness. Okay.
Right, now, I got this Isaiah 14, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, "That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased." You know, and this going into what? You know, how America is going to be destroyed, the oppressor of the whole earth. You know, especially how you oppress the Israelites, man. You know, this is all pretty much the deliverance, and it's all being done for the controversy of Zion, like the scriptures goes into.
That's right.
All right.
It say in Psalms 10, the wicked, they say the Most High have forgotten the earth. He see it not. You man, I can't, like, that's why I was just saying, if the fool have said in his heart there is no God, man. You know, how the hell can you sit up here and then you seeing, meanwhile, you have access, you have access to the biggest telescopes in the world. You have access to confidential, redacted files and shit like that. And you know about the chariots, you know about the angels. You seeing the angels every other night up in the sky and all that, and you still sit up here and say, "Oh God, those are aliens." Okay, nigga, we gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 5, verse 5 it says, "The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers." You see? Well, you know, how they support themselves and things like that. You know, the Lord is He's destroying it one by one. Like the audacity of Trump and how he disrespects Zelensky. Right? The EU nations is really supporting America. Okay? Like America giving them, you know, military support, but they get a lot of minerals and things from these European nations, man. You know, bread, things like that. It says, what you got something?
Nah, yeah,
Okay.
I just read something, man.
It says, verse 6 says, "He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindered."
Right, nobody gonna stick up for you when the Lord and the angels pop up. Everybody gonna say, "We have to the aliens." They gonna see Yahushua and the angels destroy America. Ain't nobody gonna say, "Why they do that?" You know, the elites amongst these other heathens, they're gonna be weeping because they're not gonna make that money. Okay, but all the other the common folk, they gonna cheer. they're gonna laugh. It said when the wicked fall, there is rejoicing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the city is going to rejoice when you go down. Oh, well, that chapter is gonna say it, ain't it?
Yep. It says, verse 7, the whole earth is at rest.
Oh, everybody gonna get to chill out for a second.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fucking white man, the CIA, you know, we ain't gotta worry about bombing and drone strikes, and taxes and tariffs and invasions and, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck else. False propaganda framing me to be something I'm not, just so you could take over my land, my country, you know?
It says, and it's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They break.
Everybody gonna shut the fuck up for a minute. They're gonna be, what's next? These beings, they just completely annihilated America. I saw a big black man on a ship. You know, they gonna be sitting in their homes. Wait, but what's next? You just better pray you're an Israelite. Because if you're not, a big black Israelite gonna bust down your door with some chains. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be real, bro. It's gonna be real, man. And you gotta see this in your mind's eye. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and it's quiet.
Uh-huh.
They break forth into singing.
Yeah.
Verse 8.
The oppressed is going. The oppressed is going to rejoice, man, because a lot of them, the Lord going to put it in their spirit to know that they're Israelite. You know, they're going to have a certain calm that's going to come over them to know that everything going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Verse 8. It says, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee,
Oh man.
and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. You know, and you know Esau Edom. He's the fella here that's cutting down the trees. The trees will represent the people, you know, the nations, specifically, you know, Israelites. You know, that's who we want to seek rest. See, fuck you other nations, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about you. We don't care about you other nations.
Nope.
The ones who y'all going into slavery. Y'all ain't getting no fucking rest. Y'all got to build up the kingdom.
Right.
The rest is really for the Israelites, man. These people with their perpetual hatreds have been hunting our steps, you know, since we disobeyed our Lord's commandments. Okay, so now we're gonna finally get rest. We're gonna finally be able to take a break. The scripture says, I forgot where it says, but where rest is allowed.
Yeah, that's
Hebrews.
Yeah, Hebrews
4:11.
Yeah, the kingdom, our city that belongs to us, that's where rest is allowed. You're not gonna find rest here, man.
Yep.
All right, no matter how you fucking wicked ass Israelites try to find it through signing backdoor deals and selling your soul. You know what I'm saying? You trying to find rest here. The scripture says we're not allowed to rest here. All right, they're gonna constantly hunt our steps.
Yep.
You know,
And the tree is gonna rejoice too. The actual trees, man.
Mhm.
The whole earth is gonna be happy when you're taking out a rulership because you didn't follow none of the laws concerning the Lord's earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the earth is suffering under your rulership. You lay concrete over the earth. You know what I'm saying? Suffocating it.
Mm-hmm.
You remove all the oil out of the earth. You take all the gold out the rivers. I mean, you just through, man. You take all the clean agents out of the ocean and eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's something wrong with you, man. You see what I'm saying? So the whole earth, the entire universe, I'm sure it's something that you're doing that's affecting even in space, man. That's how fucked up you are, man. So the entire earth is gonna rejoice when you take out of power. Nobody's gonna miss you.
I gotta let me go ahead to verse 22 real quick, and then you got it, brother. It's Isaiah 14:22. It says, "For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord."
Yeah.
Verse 23.
The whole family tree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Links up with Malachi 4:1. The roots, the branches, and all. And that's in the NLT when you read it. Verse 23, it says, "I will also make it a possession for the bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts."
Right.
Referring to the nuclear message.
Yep. And that's exactly what you can now visualize that when you go look that word up and you see a mushroom cloud and you see the breakdown of how when that cloud when that nuclear bomb detonate, right before that you got that destroying wind that comes and it wipes out everything and then burn up everything. The Lord, like, he's so cold and descriptive, and is apparently it's only for the prophets, because you people, you can't see that. The average Christian will read that that's all spiritual. No, it's physical. Niggas is gonna get burnt up. Real talk.
Mm-hmm. Look at it. Gosh.
This is Psalms chapter 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Why do the heathen the vain? It's a vain thing because what they imagine and these plans they got, they not gonna come to pass. They have these counsels and they thinking, well, how can we oppress them more? How much longer can we have them in captivity? How we got them for the last 1,000 years. This next 1,000 years, we're gonna get this sea hipping. They making all these plans, but yet the Lord not gonna allow it. It say in verse 2, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against the anointed, saying, let us break their bonds asunder and cast away their cords from us. So they constantly having these meetings, and y'all think it's to talk about gas emissions. Y'all think it's to talk about how to make the world. We're gonna have 3 Earth days this year. This is what y'all think they're talking about. And when the camera got off, all right, yeah, gas is going down, but in their neighborhoods, we're raising it up. We're gonna give them gas, but we're gonna make cars look $20,000. Some way, somehow, they thinking we gotta keep them separate. Make them go to work so they ain't got time to pray to the Lord. Do this, do that, do this, do that. They constantly have these meetings, and it's just the oppressors. If you haven't noticed, Make America Great Again, when was it great for us? But this is the meeting that they have behind closed doors. We got to keep the pressure on them, because if we take the pressure off, we know who they're going back to. But the Lord said he was going to laugh at them in their derision, because it's ultimately, it's up to the Lord. The day the Lord wants to turn back, we're going to turn back that same day. When the last elect member wake up, it's going to be because of the Lord. Not because you eased up. It's going to be because of the Lord.
We're gonna get some clothes.
This real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 20. It says, "Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied." You know what I'm saying? And also, this is the insatiable appetite that Esau Edom has. You know, it says that in Ezekiel 35th chapter about since thou hast not hated blood, blood is going to pursue thee. You see, we're coming into the time where blood is going to start pursuing Esau Edom, man. Okay, beginning with America as the horde that's riding on this beast system. Okay, but the whole entire Edomite enterprise, man. All right, you want to say something?
Nah, because I told this brothers yesterday how I was showing my son his video. You know, the brother, he making the graphic videos or whatever. They had the Edomites from slavery, and he was like, it was blood all over him. And so my youngest son, he like, why you got blood on him? I said, cause we gonna be beating their ass till they bleed. I said, you better act like you know. You know what I'm saying? That blood gonna pursue you, man. We gonna whoop your ass every day. I said, they beat you up till you bled. I said, we gonna beat their ass till they bleed. That's why it's blood all over him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man, we don't want reparations. We want blood.
That's it. That's the reparations.
That's the only thing that's gonna be able to basically cleanse the land, like it says in the 35th chapter. You know?
Which we ain't worried about this land being cleansed. You see, but the Lord he's gonna do away with 350 million people on this land. It said it shall be to the horse's bridle.
Well, just to add, fire is a cleansing agent, so this land will be cleansed. Right? It's gonna be burnt to a crisp,
but not for the purpose of inhabiting it.
No,
you know, that's why I said we're not worried about cleaning it, because we ain't gonna live here, but it is gonna be cleansed, and the blood is gonna be recompensed.
And that's why it says in Revelation, "Rejoice, you holy prophets, for the Lord have judged the great whore." You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, you know, this is what we're patiently waiting for. You know, that's why I said, "Blessed is the man that waiteth patiently on the Lord." Man.
Cause
oh no, that was it.
This is Isaiah 47:12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail." So the Lord says, stand with your wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Let your light stand up for you. All the gods that you praise to, all your enchantments, Satan, you know, but all these different gods you praise to, let's let them take care of you. Let's see if they stop me from destroying your ass.
And that show you these individuals, that's why I said the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Right.
Here it is, you claim you don't believe in the Lord and you do all these things to disprove the Lord in the Bible, but then you dealing with Satan though. Like you communicate with Satan, you know what I'm saying, you praying to Satan, but what scripture say Satan is the Almighty? What's Satan work for the Lord?
That's the spirit.
That's right there in the Bible.
It is. Okay? Satan was sent to Job by the Lord in Job 1.
Right.
I had somebody on my comment board say 666, hail Satan. You know what I'm saying? Just came to the. I'm like, yo, so you really serving the Lord? You don't even know it.
Right.
Like, the Lord controls Satan on the left hand side.
Right.
You damn idiot. You know what I'm saying?
So here it is. You don't believe in the Lord, but you believe in Satan?
Right. The Lord controls Satan.
What's wrong with you?
That's a heavy pill to swallow when that finally be revealed to their ass. It's like you was still serving the Lord all along, nigga. You was just doing it on the left hand side.
I'm pretty sure Satan gonna tell him to his face, like, look, it's over. I'm not helping you no more.
Yeah, it's a, you know, the Lord said it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna summon him one last time,
Yeah.
and he gonna show up.
Give him that walking
You
paper.
feel me? He gonna tell their ass, look, I got nothing else for you.
Yeah.
The missiles is on the way.
Yeah, y'all did a good job,
The yokes of
though.
iron is on the way.
Hey, I'm gonna be good though. I deceived you.
Right.
I was just talking. To Michael, and he told me that it's happening soon. We don't know the day, but it's soon. And I gotta stop. I gotta stop fucking with y'all.
I got you, didn't I? You know what I'm saying? They say that he got to screw you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you should be used to it. 'Cause once again, that's how you do everybody else. You
Yeah.
use them, and then when you can't use them no more, off
It's
with his
over.
head.
Yep. Verse 13 it says, "Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsel." So they going through it. You know what I'm saying? They stressing. None of their wisdom's working for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what the hell is happening.
That's how Saul was when Saul wasn't getting no answers from the Lord. He was wearied in the multitude. He kept trying to get an answer from the Lord when the Lord Samuel already told him, just wait. What is it, a week or 14 days? He said, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give you word. He couldn't wait. It's almost like he forgot what Samuel told him. You know what I'm saying? And he just was trying to do everything to the point where he went to a witch.
Yeah, he knew he fucked up.
Right.
Like he knew
No.
it was in his soul. He knew it. It was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like you know when you done. You know what I'm saying? Like you know when it's over with.
Hey, but now what's happening now? The Esau knows what's going on, so he's already been told what his end is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like so what he's gonna do? He's gonna come down with great wrath, bro.
Like a
You know?
roaring lion.
Kind
It says, "Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee." Hey, let your wisdom, like all these weathermen and all this shit, let them come and try to save you from what's to come upon you. You know, and they're not going to be able to. All right, why? Because the Lord sanctioned this judgment.
God.
You know,
That's right.
and verse 14 it says, "Behold,
Hey,
they
the
shall
demon's
be."
gonna be destroying you in that day. The
Yeah.
demon is nothing but an angel, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The demon's gonna join the fight with the righteous angel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's right. Verse 14 it says, "Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame."
Because you can't deliver yourself, man. That's the point. That's what we try to tell our people. You can't save yourself. A fucking job, a gun closet, a stocked up food. You know what I'm saying? You got food that lasts 20 years, nigga.
What is going to do?
What the day of the Lord is one day. You got food that lasts 20
Right.
years, my nigga.
That shit burn up with you. Everything you stocked up on, you looking at your
You
cans.
gonna
just
be eating that
burning
shit when the missiles drop. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be for the elected during Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know.
Which I don't want that shit. There's a bunch of chemicals in that.
Yeah,
The Lord got to
Give me some manna, Lord. Give me
At
some
least give me
manna.
some damn, what do you call that shit?
MRE.
No, the soup that comes in the can.
The Campbell's or
Hungry
something?
Man.
No, the chunky joints.
Yeah, chunky.
Yeah.
Give me some chunky or something.
This is
Or some manna. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
manna. Yeah, I just said like give me some manna, Lord.
Let's see what that manna is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that manna tastes like anything you desire.
Right, kind of.
This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 14. Once again, it says, "Behold, they shall be as stubble; the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it." You see?
This ain't no campfire.
Right.
This ain't no fire that you call a fireman.
And that's
Ain't putting this out.
No.
that's the spirit because they always working on ways to avoid their judgment. Either they want to dig bunkers, go underground, or try to go somewhere in space or whatever. But the brother just read, you ain't gonna be able to avoid your judgment. You gonna get it. You gonna get that fire.
Oh, it's a wrap.
You
The
know?
ones of you that escape the fire in your bunkers, like in different parts of the world, we're gonna come and hunt you out of them holes, man. You're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man. So pick your poison. You either gonna melt or you gonna be shackled. You know, with a 50-pound yoke of iron on your neck. You know what I'm saying? Like which one you prefer? And let's say you choose being melted.
You just gonna be born again as a baby slave.
So you getting it 2 times. You burning and you getting locked
Right,
up.
right. He's gonna be a baby slave. Hey, we was baby
that's
slaves.
cold right there.
You know what I'm saying? We was out
Double.
there 2 years old picking cotton with a bushel picking cotton, man.
I'm shackling 6 months and up.
Man, right.
Yeah, 6 months and up.
As soon as you old enough to crawl,
Right.
put a chain on that.
You gonna
nigga.
put a chain on. He going too far.
Put a chain on that cracker.
cracker.
He crawling too fast. Put a chain on that
That means
cracker.
you can stand up and
Your
piss
mama-
on the wall to work.
Yeah.
Right.
Did
Right.
you cry? Get your ass in the field.
Yeah, you know the difference between, you know what I'm saying, blue and red?
Right.
Yeah, get your ass out there,
They
man.
gonna try not to teach them to read and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just like they did us. You know what I'm saying? Try not to teach them to
Oh,
read so they
my
can be
son, he
done.
can't walk. He's
Yeah.
lame. Well, let me heal this nigga real
Right,
quick.
right,
so he
right,
get out there
right,
and heal.
He's healed. Like get the fuck in
You're
the
not
field.
gonna avoid it, man. Okay?
And the ones
That's-
that
that's
do
like-
survive the nuclear fire, and they gonna wish that the rocks are gonna fall upon
Yeah,
them, man.
yeah.
It says to hide them from the wrath of the Lamb.
Mhm.
You know, because they know that ultimately they gonna hear shit breaking. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that slavery is imminent, man.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, we're gonna close with that Isaiah 2 and start at 10. What y'all said, this is what he said.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 10.
You could read, this is a good chapter, just read the whole chapter, but we're gonna get to the point.
Isaiah 2 and 10.
Hold up, start at 6.
Isaiah 2 and 6.
I mean 9. It says it's a typo in my Bible. It's really verse 9, but it says 6. Right.
Isaiah 2 and 9. And the mean man boweth down, and the great man humbleth himself. Therefore forgive them not.
Ooh, he said the mean man bowed down. You the mean man. Okay? And the great man, you gonna humble yourself in that day. Go ahead. But the Lord not gonna forgive you. Go ahead.
Enter into the rock,
Mm-hmm.
and hide thee in the dust,
Mm-hmm.
for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty.
That's what Michelle was just saying, man. They're gonna be going into them bunkers to try to stick the wrath of the Lord in the Lamb. Really, the wrath of the Lamb. Go ahead.
The lofty looks of man shall be humble,
Mm-hmm.
and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down.
Right. Go ahead.
And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day.
See, we're exalting the Lord right now.
Mhm.
Okay. You try to abase the Lord. Your whole time as rulership, you try to discredit the Lord, discredit the scriptures, discredit the Bible, discredit his people. You know, you've done everything against the Lord and tried to exalt yourself above the Lord. But they say in that day, your scary ass gonna be running into the bunkers. You know, like you said, in that bitch. Shaking like a stripper, boy. Pissing on him, literally piss running down his leg. You know what I'm saying? Watching the screens and the monitors to see what's going on the surface and shit. Waiting for us to come down because you know we coming.
Somebody dying of a heart attack.
Yeah, somebody. Your nephew Rothschild and died of a stroke and shit, man.
Hard and shit.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Your servants is down there pissing on themselves with the dropping the trays and shit.
Trying to commit suicide.
Man.
You coming right back.
Hey, the Lord you gonna try to hang yourself, the ropes gonna break. We gonna
God.
make the ropes break, right, man? If they ain't even trying to kill themselves, make the ropes break. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord gonna be seeing you. All that pride, that's my point of saying all that. Where's all that pride gonna be in that day? Where's all the pride gonna be when you in that bunker, scared shitless, knowing that we coming for your ass? Where the pride at? You know? So,
This devil, man. He got a picture of Maduro on the White House Twitter, quoting Biggie, "If you don't know, now you know."
Oh,
See?
Trump.
Wow.
I like it. I like
man.
it. Bring it on.
That's wild.
So that's the
Keep
pride.
barking.
You know? Hey,
If you
so,
don't
That
know,
dude Pete Haslett said Maduro effed around and found
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
See, so
Proud
yeah.
ass motherfuckers,
He
man.
effed around and found out, but guess who's gonna be next? Guess who's gonna F around?
Who got next?
Who gonna have the biggest F around to find out? You Americans, man. Babylon the Great.
That's right.
All you Edomites. Alright, so Lord is edifying. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
giving us spirit to do this lesson. Lord will edifying to remember the Lord's elect. And double honors, Apostle Elders, Great Millstone, Kwame Charlotte, Shalom.
Shalom. They threw that nigga in a Nike Tech.